everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look right here for you guys. It's just a super bold look but with some lovely blue pops of color in it. I hope you guys really like it, and if you like super bold looks, let me know and I'll do more, or if you want something a little more natural, let me know. I'll do more of those too. So if you do enjoy it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Just go ahead and hit the button now if you haven't already. And yeah, so if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I do already have my base done. All my face makeup is done. I have also already primed and set my lids as well, so we can just go ahead and jump into the tutorial. Alright, so today I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Morphe palette. I know I just did a video on this, but hi. It's beautiful. For my first transition shade, I'm going to jump in with this color right here. I'm going to pop it right into the crease. And I'm not going to be super precise with this shade. I just kind of want to blow it out everywhere. So I'm using a really big fluffy brush. This is the Morphe R37. And this is a perfect, beautiful crease shade, especially for summertime or any warm tone looks that you use, because a shade like this, you cannot go wrong. Windshield wiper motions per the usual, and once there's less product on my brush, I'm going to blend in circular motions upward. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with a little more of a dense brush so I can have a little bit more control over the product as going. And this brush is a little more dense and it tapers to a point, which I like. Now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. And I'm going to put this in the crease, not as blown out as the first shade. I'm going to use a little bit more of a controlled hand with this so that the product doesn't go as high into the crease. I want it to be a bit lower, almost right where your socket is, so if that helps. And this is the Morphe M573 blending brush. Okay, so since I already did do my face and makeup and I don't want to ruin everything that I've already done on my face, so to prevent fallout from happening and messing any of that up, I'm just going to grab a little bit of face powder here. This is my RCMA No Color Powder, and just a little flat brush, and I'm going to set powder all underneath my eyes here so that if I do have fallout, it will lay on top of this powder and then I can just sweep it away with no mess or smearing of product or anything. So this is just an easy trick to keep everything clean. Okay, so now for my lid shade, I'm just going to grab a little flat brush. This is just a Tweezerman brush. I'm going to pick up this shade right here. It's just this beautiful teal shade, and I'm going to pack that all over my lid. Wow. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here. This is a really deep purple shade, and I'm going to pack that into the outer corner. Okay, and so now if you can tell, it's obvious that there is just a straight line dividing those two shades. I'm going to pick up that flat brush that I used just a moment ago to pack on that blue shade, and with no extra product or anything, I'm going to use the clean side of it. I'm just going to wiggle my brush in between that line so that they can blend together a little bit better. Now I'm going to pick up this brush right here. It's a little bit smaller and it tapers to an even more pointier point, if you will. It's the Morphe M441. And I'm going to pick up that second transition shade that we used in the crease, this little red one right here. I'm going to pick up a little of it, not a lot, and I'm going to tap off the excess. I'm just going to help to blend out that crease a little bit better, since these green and purple shades here are making it look a little unblended. So I'm going to go in with that with a light hand and help to blend that out. Alright, so now I'm going to go back in with that teal lid shade just to brighten it up a little bit more, because I feel like we lost a little bit of that when we blended and also added that outer corner shade. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that just to bring back that intensity. And I'm going to pack on more of that deep purple shade. Basically, you're going to be doing these same steps here until you have the intensity that you want in that outer corner. But I feel like with this look, just having such a deep outer corner with that beautiful teal lid shade is going to be so beautiful. So now I'm going to pick up just a nice dome-shaped fluffy brush for the crease. This is the Morphe M518, and with no product on it at all, I'm going to go over these edges here with a very light hand in the crease just to make sure everything's blended and there are no harsh lines. If you add too much product into the crease, it could end up looking, you know, muddy and dirty and just messy. So that is why I'm going in with a clean brush to do this. Okay, so now with this teeny little Morphe M506, I'm going to pick up the black shade in the palette, this shade right here. When I work with black shadows, I go in with a little bit and build it up as I go instead of going with a lot, because it's hard to take away a black shadow. So I'm going to go in right here, and just to deepen out the very outer corner even more, I'm just going to go into a little outer, just going to make a little V shape here. Nothing too crazy, just that little extra. I'm just going to pick up that very first transition shade that we used earlier in the crease. I'm going to pick it up on that fluffy brush that I've been using clean, except I'm going to put that shade on it this time, not a ton, and with a light hand, and I'm going to put that product into this crease here to help add a little bit more of that shade, as well as to help blend everything else out. And once again, I'm going to add a little bit more of that lid shade just to brighten it up. Okay, so now I'm just going to get a tiny, tiny little pencil brush, and I'm going to dip into that dark purple shade once more, and I'm just going to pack this on out over here, away from where it meets the blue shadow, because whenever I use that bigger, fluffier brush, it's great for packing on a lot of product at once, but now I have somewhat the intensity that I want, and I have it placed where I want it. I just don't want to keep packing it on, messing up that blue shade. So I'm just gonna pack it on right now with just this little pencil brush. So now I just kind of wiped off the brush a little bit, and I'm just going to almost like diffuse this purple a little bit, move it into the blue so that once again there are no harsh lines. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes off camera real quick, and then I will be right back to finish up the rest of the eyes. Okay, so I went ahead and applied my lashes, and I also just applied a little bit of a black liner just to the lash line, nothing crazy, no wing or anything. Alright, so now we can go ahead and finish up the rest of the eyes. Okay, so the first shade in the lower lash line I'm going to mix together are the first two transition shades that we used in the crease. So that would be this color right here and this little red one. Not a lot, I am going to top off the excess, and I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line. Okay, so now I'm going to grab that dark purple shade that we used on our outer corner. I'm going to use a smaller pencil brush to do this one. I'm going to dip into that and just do it pretty close to the lower lash line. And I want the darkest to be on the outer corner, so I'm going to put most of my product there, and then I'm just going to blend it to the inner corner. Alright, so now I'm going to grab a little angled brush. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of setting spray. And I'm going to pick up this shade right here. It's this beautiful, super shimmery teal color, I guess, bluish color. I'm going to pick up that on the brush, and I'm going to put it in my waterline, just to give it that pop of color. I'm going to grab that pencil brush again and grab a little bit of that deep purple color and just kind of run it underneath, just to make sure that I have the smokiness that I want. Now I'm just going to have this little flat edge brush right here, and I'm going to pick up the black shade and just put it, I'm going to put it as close to the waterline as possible without disturbing any of that blue, and I'm just going to put it not even 50% of the way, just on the very outer corner. I'm just going to pick up that little pencil brush again with no additional product and just blend out that black just a little bit. Alright, and now I'm going to pick up this little detailed brush right here from Morphe. This is the M213. It's perfect for highlighting the inner corner. I'm going to pick up that same blue shade we put in the waterline, that same shade right there, and I'm going to put it in my inner corner. I'm going to coat the lower lashes with a little bit of mascara. Alright, and I'm just going to grab a little fluffy brush to wipe away all that powder. Okay, so now to highlight the brow bone, I'm going to just mix these two shades right here. They're very similar, but one of them is a little bit more frosty. So I'm going to dip into both of those, but they're both very pigmented too, so I still don't want to get too much. I'm going to highlight the brow bone here. Alright, and this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and leave any questions, comments down below, and as always, everything that I used in the video will be linked down below as well, so it's super easy for you to find. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! And I'm not going to be super... because it's gorgeous. And I'm going to go in with this... am I? Shit. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with that. What is this? Wow, that is really pretty. It's frosty. Too frosty. Shit. Hey, pretty girl, I'm feeling you the way you do things you do.